Michael Douglas has long been one of Hollywood's most respected and accomplished actors, earning acclaim for iconic roles, award-winning performances, and a career that spans decades. But recently, at 81 years old, Douglas revealed a side of the Hollywood world that few have ever seen, sharing candid thoughts about his colleague and friend Rob Reiner. For fans of both actors, this revelation is a rare glimpse behind the curtains of fame, offering insights into relationships, rivalries, and the hidden truths of life in Tinseltown. Rob Reiner, director and cultural figure, has long inspired admiration, but also curiosity. He is a multifaceted personality, known for his work on films like This Is Spinal Tap, A Few Good Men, and When Harry Met Sally. While many see the public persona of Reiner as polished and controlled, Douglas' comments reveal a more nuanced, human side, one that includes personal quirks, professional complexities, and behind-the-scenes realities that the media rarely covers. Douglas' words have set social media and entertainment news abuzz, as fans debate what these revelations mean for their understanding of Hollywood history. What did Douglas truly think of Reiner? Was it admiration, caution, or something more complicated? And how does this change the way we view some of Hollywood's most beloved collaborations and friendships? In this video, we dive into Michael Douglas' candid reflections, explore the truth about Rob Reiner from someone who has seen him up close for decades, and reveal what this means for fans, colleagues, and the Hollywood legacy both men have helped shape. Michael Douglas and Rob Reiner are two of Hollywood's most recognizable and influential figures, each leaving an indelible mark on film history. Douglas, known for his commanding performances in classics like Wall Street, Fatal Attraction, and Romancing the Stone, has built a career that combines versatility, charisma, and an enduring presence on screen. Reiner, meanwhile, has garnered acclaim both in front of and behind the camera. From his acting work on All in the Family to directing cinematic classics like A Few Good Men and The Prince's Bride, both men have navigated decades of Hollywood evolution. But their paths have also crossed in ways that reveal the intricate dynamics of friendships, respect, and occasional tension within the industry. At 81, Douglas' reflections on Reiner are particularly significant because they come from a place of lived experience and professional insight. For decades, the two men have interacted in various capacities through social events, collaborative projects, and industry circles. While fans may only see the polished, public-facing personas of these Hollywood legends, Douglas' words promise to lift the veil, giving audiences a glimpse into the complexities, surprises, and realities of working closely with someone as influential and high-profile as Reiner. Reiner's public image has long been one of precision, control, and a strong sense of professionalism. He is admired for his meticulous approach to filmmaking, his dedication to storytelling, and his ability to deliver memorable performances both on stage and on screen. Yet, Douglas' candid account suggests that there is more beneath the surface than the public ever realizes. According to Douglas, understanding Reiner requires looking past the accolades and the media narratives to the man behind the legend, the quirks, the insights, the personal philosophies, and the human vulnerabilities that shape his behavior, decisions, and interactions with others. The relationship between Douglas and Reiner exemplifies the mix of camaraderie and complexity that often defines Hollywood friendships. While mutual respect is evident, Douglas' revelations hint at moments of tension, differing perspectives, and the delicate balancing act required when two creative powerhouses interact. Audiences often assume that iconic figures operate in a vacuum of agreement or harmony, but Douglas' comments illuminate the reality. Even the most celebrated relationships in Hollywood involve negotiation, understanding, and the occasional clash of personality or vision. Douglas also reflects on Reiner's impact on those around him. Colleagues, collaborators, and aspiring actors who have encountered him speak of a man who is demanding yet inspiring, exacting yet generous with insight, and deeply committed to his craft. This duality, Douglas notes, makes Reiner both formidable and respected, a combination that has fueled both admiration and intrigue throughout his career. Understanding Reiner through Douglas' eyes provides fans with a rare opportunity to contextualize the stories, successes, and occasional controversies that have surrounded him for decades. In addition, Douglas' reflections serve as a broader commentary on the nature of Hollywood itself. The industry is not only about talent and opportunity, but also about relationships, reputation, and navigating the intricate web of public perception. By sharing his personal experience with Reiner, Douglas highlights the importance of character, integrity, and the human element behind professional achievements. We will dive deeper into the specific truths Douglas revealed, including candid stories, behind-the-scenes anecdotes, and the personal insights that challenge the public's perception of Rob Reiner. While Rob Reiner has long been admired for his work in film and television, Michael Douglas' candid reflections provide a rare glimpse into the man behind the legend. According to Douglas, Reiner's public persona, professional, polished, and charming, is only one layer of a complex personality. Off-camera, Reiner is intensely thoughtful, deliberate in his decisions, and, at times, fiercely opinionated. These traits, Douglas notes, have made him both a remarkable collaborator and a challenging personality to navigate. One of the most striking truths Douglas revealed is how meticulous Reiner is about every aspect of his work. From script development to directing, Reiner approaches each project with a precision and dedication that borders on obsession. Douglas recalled occasions when Reiner would dissect a scene or a line in minute detail, ensuring that the final product reflected his vision. While some may interpret this as demanding or exacting, Douglas emphasizes that it is a reflection of Reiner's commitment to excellence and his refusal to compromise artistic integrity. This attention to detail has contributed to the success of countless films and cemented Reiner's reputation as one of Hollywood's most accomplished directors. Douglas also spoke about the human side of Reiner, which is less often discussed in the media. Beyond the work ethic and professional intensity, Reiner possesses a deep sense of loyalty to friends, colleagues, and collaborators. Douglas recounted moments where Reiner went out of his way to support a fellow actor or mentor a young filmmaker, highlighting a generosity and warmth that contrasts with the image of him as purely perfectionistic. These anecdotes reveal that while Reiner can be demanding, he is also deeply invested in the people around him, striving to bring out the best in everyone involved. At the same time, Douglas did not shy away from sharing the moments of tension and disagreement that naturally arise when two strong-willed professionals interact. Reiner's insistence on creative control and exacting standards has occasionally led to clashes on set or in collaborative settings. Yet, Douglas emphasizes that these moments of friction were never personal. They were simply part of the process of working with someone who is uncompromising in his pursuit of excellence. In many ways, these challenges have strengthened both personal and professional relationships, forcing individuals to rise to the occasion and elevate their own contributions. Douglas' reflections also shed light on Reiner's resilience in an industry known for volatility. Hollywood is filled with fleeting fame and temporary acclaim, yet Reiner has managed to sustain a career spanning decades. Douglas credits this longevity not just to talent, but to Reiner's unwavering commitment, strategic thinking, and ability to adapt without sacrificing his core principles. In doing so, Reiner has become a figure of respect and inspiration for generations of actors, directors, and fans alike. Perhaps the most compelling part of Douglas' account is how it humanizes a figure often seen only in the context of his successes. Reiner's achievements are extraordinary, yet Douglas reminds audiences that behind those accomplishments is a person navigating personal and professional complexities, striving to maintain integrity, and making difficult decisions in a high-pressure environment. This insight invites fans to appreciate not just Reiner's work, but the character and dedication that make that work possible. We will explore Michael Douglas' personal anecdotes and deeper insights into Reiner's personality, the dynamics of their interactions, and the lessons learned from a lifelong perspective on one of Hollywood's most prominent figures, Michael Douglas. Reflections on Rob Reiner go beyond professional admiration and provide a rare, humanizing glimpse into their interactions over the years. Douglas recalled numerous instances where Reiner's exacting standards and attention to detail created both challenges and opportunities on set. While these situations could be intense, Douglas emphasized that they were never personal attacks. Rather, they were the natural outcome of collaborating with someone committed to excellence. This honesty sheds light on the delicate balance of working alongside a creative powerhouse in Hollywood, where ego, talent and vision often intersect. One memorable anecdote Douglas shared involved a high-stakes production in which Reiner's meticulous nature caused tension among the cast and crew. While others grew frustrated with constant adjustments and critiques, Douglas recognized that Reiner's insistence on perfection stemmed from his desire to produce the best possible work. The experience, Douglas noted, taught him the importance of patience, resilience, and flexibility when navigating high-pressure creative environments. More importantly, it highlighted Reiner's dedication not just to the project, but to the people involved, ensuring that everyone performed at their highest level. Douglas also addressed Reiner's public persona versus his private self. While the media often portrays Reiner as polished and unflappable, Douglas explained that there is a depth and vulnerability beneath the surface. Reiner is a man who feels deeply, takes his responsibilities seriously, and approaches relationships with thoughtfulness and care. These traits, though less visible to fans, define his interactions behind the scenes. Douglas' anecdotes emphasize that Reiner's accomplishments are not merely the product of skill and talent, but also of character and conscientious effort. Their interactions also reveal the complexities of long-standing Hollywood friendships. Douglas spoke about the mutual respect and occasional friction that have characterized their relationship. While disagreements occasionally arose over creative decisions or differing perspectives, these moments were handled with professionalism and ultimately strengthened their bond. Douglas' reflections underscore the idea that even in the glittering world of Hollywood, authentic relationships require negotiation, understanding, and compromise lessons that extend beyond the film industry. Another key insight from Douglas concerns Reiner's resilience and adaptability. Hollywood is notoriously unpredictable, with success often fleeting and pressures relentless. Douglas admires Reiner's ability to remain true to his principles while adapting to changing circumstances, sustaining a career that continues to inspire both contemporaries and younger generations. Reiner's combination of professionalism, creativity, and personal integrity makes him a model not only for actors and directors, but also for anyone navigating high-pressure careers. Douglas' observations conclude with a recognition of the humanity behind Reiner's legend. Fans often see awards, box office success, and polished performances, but Douglas reminds audiences that the man behind the achievements experiences the same struggles, doubts, and triumphs as anyone else. It is this combination of talent, dedication, and humanity that makes Rob Reiner both respected and relatable, elevating him beyond the roles he plays or the films he directs. We will uncover Douglas' final reflections on Reiner's legacy, how these truths reshape public perception, and the broader lessons about Hollywood, creativity, and enduring professional relationships. Michael. Douglas' reflections on Rob Reiner culminate in a broader understanding of the man's legacy, not only as a filmmaker and actor, but as a person, navigating decades of Hollywood scrutiny. While the world often celebrates Reiner for his creative accomplishments and iconic works, Douglas' candid account paints a more complete picture, revealing the dedication, integrity, and human complexity that underpin his success. These insights reshape how fans and industry professionals alike perceive him, reminding everyone that behind every celebrated achievement is a story of perseverance, thoughtful decision-making, and personal commitment. Douglas emphasized that Reiner's legacy extends far beyond awards and box office figures. His meticulous approach to every project, combined with a willingness to challenge norms and push collaborators toward excellence, has left an enduring mark on Hollywood. Douglas notes that these qualities have made Reiner a mentor to many, an inspiration to a new generation of actors and directors, and a respected figure whose work continues to influence the industry. This perspective highlights the distinction between public perception and private. Reality fans may see the final product on screen, but the effort, relationships, and personal choices behind it are what truly define Reiner's enduring impact. One of the most striking elements Douglas highlighted is Reiner's combination of firmness and humanity. While his insistence on precision and high standards may have caused tension in professional settings, it also cultivated trust, loyalty, and respect. Douglas explains that the same qualities that make Reiner exacting also make him reliable, supportive, and genuinely invested in the people around him. This duality underscores a central lesson. True leadership in creative fields is not only about vision, but also about fostering growth, maintaining integrity, and navigating human relationships with care and consistency. Douglas also reflected on the public's fascination with Reiner's persona. While audiences admire the charisma, creativity, and humor he displays in interviews or on screen, they rarely see the thoughtful, reflective, and occasionally vulnerable individual behind it. Douglas' anecdotes illuminate the man who has succeeded not only because of talent, but because of his dedication to doing things right, understanding the people around him, and navigating the highs and lows of a demanding industry with poise and authenticity. This insight gives fans a deeper appreciation for the nuances of Reiner's character, beyond the polished exterior presented to the world. Finally, Douglas' reflections serve as a reminder of the broader lessons that come from observing Hollywood legends at close range. The careers of Reiner and Douglas demonstrate the value of perseverance, adaptability, and respect for both craft and collaborators. They illustrate that success is rarely achieved in isolation, and that the relationships, choices, and personal integrity behind the scenes are just as important as the accolades in the spotlight. For fans, Douglas' candor transforms Reiner from a distant icon into a relatable, multidimensional figure whose legacy is as much about character as it is about achievement. In the end, Michael Douglas' truths about Rob Reiner offer not only a deeper understanding of one of Hollywood's most celebrated figures, but also lessons for anyone seeking to balance talent, ambition, and human connection. Reiner's story, as seen through Douglas' eyes, reminds us that behind every iconic figure lies a combination of dedication, complexity, and authenticity that deserves recognition and respect. Through these revelations, fans can appreciate the enduring impact of Rob Reiner, not just as a filmmaker or actor, but as a person whose integrity, resilience, and insight have shaped both his career and the industry he helped define.